And we are live. What's going on, team? Johnny here, and this is our Sunday Stock Talk. Yes, I'm glad it is on. We are going. Let me know if you can hear me okay and see me okay. We are going to be going over a few of the overall market conditions as far as the NASDAQ, gold, and Bitcoin. We're going to even go over the fear index. So give me just a second to spread our links and welcome our new members to the group. If there are any new members here. Okay. Also, for all of you, while we are sharing our link, let me go ahead and go over something real quick that's new. I have a series of videos that are going to be coming out, some helpful videos this week that we will also be adding to our Learn to Earn lesson library, which is available to you 24/7 in our Learn to Earn lesson library playlist on the YouTube channel. Also, guys, we are going to be going live Monday through Friday at market open. So if you're interested in that, then I'd recommend you tuning in to one of our live streams. You definitely have to be a subscriber of the channel, and it is easy to join also our Discord. It is 100% free. Now, if you haven't heard of it, it's an easy to access 100% free community where I share live market updates with you, and you actually get to watch me trade live every single day at market open, Monday through Friday. You could ask me questions while I trade and connect with other traders just like you who all want to do the same thing and learn how to make money in the stock market. It's also a great way to connect with other individuals who find the same interest as all of us. All right, so links are spread. Finally, right? Jeez. Hope you guys are enjoying the new thumbnails. We have new thumbnails for our Sunday Stock Talk, live day trading sessions, as well as other helpful videos coming your way. All right. See you there. Meantime, let's do our Sunday Stock Talk. Looks like links are spread. We are good. We are live. Okay. All right. Welcome. You guys hear me okay? See me okay? Yes, audio visual good. All right, Major, hello, welcome. All right, QQQ pushing. Well, not really. It pushed up to 538. Now it's selling off, guys. We have a downtrend going on with QQQ. It is below that resistance level, as you see, right below 518.61. After hours, it says it's at 519.01, so it did push up above this resistance level after hours. Let's see if it can hold. If it can hold, and we can see a nice little reversal setup from lows of 518 to highs of 538, potential 3.8% profit in the markets. Now, if the markets continue their downtrend, they can then continue to sell off. If this goes any lower than say 510, 505, this may sell off and go back to that 200-day moving average. Okay, it doesn't mean it has to, but in past history, when it gets overbought like this, it will retrace back to that moving average. Okay. Also, if that's the case, if we do get a pullback, I would be comfortable trading SQQQ, as this would retrace very nicely back to those $36, $38 levels. If QQQ or the NASDAQ market remains bullish, then I would then invest in TQQQ. Again, key levels crossing over that 200-day moving average, crossing over this trend line, potential entry around say $84 to 89 or even 90, giving us a 6 to a 10% profit on this trade if it crosses over. Okay, that's on TQQQ. That is a triple leverage ETF that we follow. Now, moving forward on gold. Gold seems to be very bearish over the last couple of months, since about the end of October, selling off and continuing to make lower lows and lower highs. If we can catch a nice bounce off of say $14.90, $15, or if it holds its support now above this 45-day exponential moving average, Okay, I have videos on that and the learn to earn lesson library. So if you're a little bit lost, I recommend checking out that lesson library. Okay. Now this could very easily retrace back up to that 200-day moving average for about a 5% profit for gold before getting rejected again, or could we see a break from these levels and get up to new highs again? Okay, it depends on the gold market. JNUG would be your 2 times leverage ETF for gold, so you can get about a 9% profit back to that moving average if it does play out. If it continues to sell off and make lower lows, then JDST would be the one you want to play, as this shorts gold market potentially another 8 to 9%. So it's about mid-range between gold being bearish and bullish. It's about in that mid-range level. It can go either way. So that's why this is a crucial week for the markets, gold. And also, let's go ahead and go over the fear index. It is now above our line here, showing that it is quite the opposite of what we thought. Okay, there's a lot more greed in the market right now than fear, so it is above this line. It's above that 200-day moving average. Well, it's actually slightly below the moving average. Can you see that? So now we're more on the fear side. Anytime it's below this 200-day moving average, there's fear in the market. People are a little less inclined to put more money into the market, and they're also a little bit more on that fear side where, okay, the markets are overbought. I don't want to invest too much at these all-time highs. I sense that the markets can pull back a little bit, and that's when you get the fear side. Greed obviously would be the exact opposite, where they want to put more money into the market. They want to they believe the markets can go much higher, so they have no problem being greedy and putting more and more money into the market. Okay, two very different things, and this is what we've been tracking. Now, before we move on to Bitcoin, okay, we are going to be looking at Bitcoin, talking about it over the weekend and the key levels. I want you guys to also do me a favor here and check out the new layouts. This is the new layout for our channel. It was Investing for Beginners community. We've made a few adjustments since then. I still have that private community of over 70,000 members. It's still available on Facebook, and it's free to get in. But as we move forward, I want to rebrand our Learn to Earn team and everything we do with the team here. So Johnny Trades LTE, over 6,000 subscribers now, over 900 videos, a ton of helpful videos, guys, for you all to check out. Okay, check out some of these most recent videos on Bitcoin selling off, the 10 best monthly paying stocks, and how to make $100 a day. Again, have some helpful videos in our Learn to Earn playlist here. Right here, Learn to Earn lesson library. If you're interested in becoming a trader, want to open a brokerage account, learn how to set up your WEBULL account to look exactly like mine, learn about key indicators like EMA, SMA, RSI, stuff like that, etc., etc. Definitely take advantage of all these free resources while you can, guys. Okay, I do recommend it. So moving on to Bitcoin. Bitcoin, guys, it's still at that key resistance level. It's not really doing anything that we want it to do, whether it's going up or down. It's staying within this range, and that's okay. It can stay within this range and keep consolidating over time. This is what we have been watching and tracking since the entire sell-off. Okay, we've made money through Mara, ticker symbol MARA, and we'll talk about this in a minute, but there is really a really looks like a decay in we'll talk about decay later, but nonetheless, Bitcoin was at 99, 100,000. Mara was trading between 25 and 30. Now Bitcoin's back at 98,000, and it's nowhere close to where it was previously. And we're going to talk about the whole decay factor and how they're just kind of diluting share prices, and how that can actually be detrimental to anyone holding on to those companies. Now, Bitcoin itself, guys, again, key resistance level. It needs to pass that $99,000 mark in order for it to continue to push up and make higher highs. If it doesn't push past this key little zone area right here, then we will not see higher highs, as that is a key resistance. It keeps getting rejected at these levels. And as it's continuing to get rejected, it's forming this trend line here that doesn't look very good for Bitcoin. So it needs to get above these levels and stay above these levels in order for it to remain bullish. Now it's become a long way from that $91,000 mark from selling off at $108,000. That was a huge sell-off. That was over 15% sell-off on Bitcoin overall. So in order for it to remain bullish, we need to see it pass 99,000. If it gets rejected, which I think it will get rejected, then we can see this retest the support level here and do the exact opposite. But if it cannot hold at this point, let's bring up a consolidation factor here. If it begins to bounce within this level, it's eventually going to get squeezed. And we're not going to have any choice for it to either break above and maybe just back up to the $99,000 level, or break below and make new lows, okay? Where we can see a huge sell-off. And that's what we don't want, okay? We do, but we don't. We don't want to be holding on to any of these Bitcoin influenced stocks, companies, ETFs when it does sell off, but it also creates a nice opportunity for us to be able to make money again at that $70,000 mark or even $50,000 mark. Now again, it doesn't have to go this way. It can very easily break through tomorrow and create new highs, okay? By simply maybe bouncing up right here in this level. So key area that we want to look at is going to be here and eventually right in this area, okay? Don't want to scare anyone holding long term or anything like that, but that is also a very crucial area to look at. Now Mara selling off a lot, right? From $30 all the way down to 16 bucks. That was a 47% sell-off. Anyone holding Mara in that time would have lost over 50% of their account. Now that's one great thing about the way I trade is I don't hold any positions overnight. I used to swing trade and hold long term. I don't anymore. Majority of my money is either in a single long-term holding account with income producing assets like monthly paying stocks, monthly paying dividend companies, or companies and stocks that pay monthly dividends or quarterly dividends. Now, if you want to check out that list, I have that video available. It is the 10 best monthly paying stocks for 2025 if you're into dividends. If not, nonetheless, okay, trading Mara at these lows of $16 by identifying support. We could have bought in at $17 and sold at $19 for a 13% profit in a single day. Okay, very great. Now, is this going to continue a bull run? Well, it depends, right? There's resistance levels at $20 because Bitcoin has resistance levels at 99,000. If it can break through, then Mara, ticker symbol MARA, could see a nice uptrend back up to $25 for a 30% profit. A 30% profit would be very, very nice to take on MARA, considering we usually trade this and make anywhere from 6 to about 15% per day. When it trades sideways, it has these very nice levels of trading sideways, where that was a 6.5% day right there. Right here was a 9.5% day right there. We wait for those sell-offs to happen, and you buy these dips and sell at the high. That's another 6% buy right there. And then, of course, this one here was a 15, just slightly under 15% profit in a single day right there. So I really like tracking MARA. Now, we went over the overall markets. We went over Bitcoin, gold, all that. Now there is a earnings report that I tried to get a little bit more clear, but unfortunately it's not as clear as I'd like. If you can make out those symbols, all the better power to you. But not the most, this is the most anticipated earnings releases for January 6th, 2025, but there's nothing too significant that's being reported, if I can say the least. If you can make out a couple of these companies, all the power to you. But again, I don't see anything too, maybe Albertsons, nothing too influential, super influential to the market where like, oh my gosh, the market's going to crash if this doesn't beat earnings. So there you go. There you have that. Now we are going to go over just a couple companies. There was a few call outs today in the group, so we're going to go over those. SoFi, Sound are another couple we're going to go over. So SoFi looking really nice, guys, especially here on this 4-hour chart. This is exactly what we talk about in our live stream day trading sessions. Is basically, where is that support at? We're finding support very nicely right here, even on the daily chart, signifying support about $14, already indicating nice signs of a reversal and showing uptrend on that super trend. If you guys like the super trend indicator, I have some videos coming out about all these indicators I use very soon, guys. Okay, so let's throw the VWAP on there. As you can see, it's above the VWAP. It's showing great sign of upward momentum. It just crossed over the 45-day moving average on the 1 hour. Now it's still just slightly bearish on the 4-hour candle, but on the daily it's still above that moving average. Okay, now SoFi is an extremely risky play. Be very careful, as this could get rejected right off of that moving average around $15. Okay, but if it does break through that area come tomorrow morning, we can see a significant push up to even, $16 again and make about a 10% profit, okay, on SoFi. Now, on the other hand, we got to talk about the downside here. It is below that 200-day moving average. So if it does find resistance, then this could actually sell off even more, okay? So be very careful with SoFi. It's very risky to go long and short. All right, but we are going to add this to our today's trades, and we're not going to go over all 20. We're only going to go over about 3 or 4 guys. Okay, I want to go over about maybe 2 that I personally see value in, and then maybe 3 that you guys call out. All right, so this is the second call out, is Sound. Now everyone's talking about Sound, but look at this on the daily. It's still bearish. Got 3-4 red candles, 1 green candle. Okay, still above the moving averages. MACD starting to curl over. On the 4-hour chart, it's kind of trading horizontally. Can't you see that? Let's take the VWAP off, and we'll take the super trend off too, but indicating signs of it being bearish right here on that super trend. So what we want to see is it hold above the moving average. If it does at 20, could see highs of it 25 or 18% profit, and of course beyond if it goes higher. Downside for Sound, obviously down to that 200-day moving average for about a 30 to 38% loss. So be very careful with Sound. Okay, that is 2 of your call outs. If you guys want to call out another one, you can go ahead and just put it in the live stream here, the live chat. Just call out a ticker. Okay, I hope this is okay. Let me know. Let me know. We could tweak these Sunday stock talks a little bit to where it's not so much information all at once. We could ease into it, or if you like that quick little intro, great. Let me know. We could fix it as time goes on. Now let's see. Piton was another one I wanted to call out here. Look at this. It looks a little messy, doesn't it? Looks a little messy. Let's go to the daily chart. Still showing signs of downward trend here, testing that moving average. So on the 4-hour, what I'd like to see is it to cross over. Let's take out some of these lines here. Yeah. Okay, cross back above the 950 mark for Piton. Okay, PTON for a 10 or 12% profit. If it can't, it gets rejected off of this moving average, and we can see this sell off, honestly back to $7, $7.50. So we want to be very careful with PTON. XPV was another one that I wanted to go over. Again, very nice, showing signs of support in these levels. This is the one that I really want to consider trading tomorrow, as this is in that area where, again, it's showing signs of upward momentum. On the daily for Friday, it pushed from 1142 up to 1188 for a 4% profit. Okay, so tomorrow If we see signs that this pushed above this resistance and above the 200-day moving average, breaks say $12, then I will consider going long on this up to around 13.50. You know, maybe between 13 and 13.50 for a 8 to a 12% profit, okay, on XPEV. Now again, it could also just get rejected off of here, go down about 4%, but this would be the area that I'd want to consider buying. This would be that buy range area between 11 and 11.50, between 11 and 12. Start loading up for that $1.50 per share. Take advantage of that, okay? So those are my call outs here. XPEV and PTON. You guys called out SoFi and Sound in the Discord. Let's see, GEVO, man, this popped up very nicely. This is insane. It went from $1.50 to $3, over 100% in a week, okay? 94% profit in a week. Now, something about GEVO, there is some people who have invested in it, some politicians and some major players in the government that have invested in this company because it basically focused on transforming renewable energy into dense, energy dense liquid hydrocarbon, renewable fuels, and aviation fuels. They do a ton of stuff. I watched a whole 20-minute video on it, how they talk about renewable energies such as natural gas, hydrocarbon for gasoline, diesel fuels, plastics, materials, other chemicals. I mean, they're in the space, right? Also in the agri-energy segment is engineered for operating and developing production of isobutanol, ethanol, and related products. Anyways, a lot of attention has been brought to this company. And again, why? Well, as you can see here, we've talked about it. It was a key area. So we should have all loaded up around that $1.30, $1.60 range, right? Say $1.50. Because this is the 3 stages of reversal. I mean, this is a great call out. I'm gonna have to do a video on this because this is a perfect setup here. Caught resistance at 360, sold off to previous support levels of $1.50, consolidated for plenty of time, guys. We had plenty of time to catch this, over a month and a half to start loading up on GEVO, and a beautiful, beautiful 3-stage of reversal play right here. As you can see, crossover from the EMA, the blue line to the green line, crossed over. As soon as we saw that support, we saw a huge green candle on 12/26. Maybe some news, a headline came out that really pushed this stock above that moving average, and ever since it's been extremely bullish. Now, I'd be careful with this one. Okay, it could push up to 340 and then sell all the way off to 138. It could also go up even more. Apparently, this company's got a history of being very, very high up there. But could we see maybe $7, $8, maybe $15? Very, very possible. Very possible, okay? So a lot of people investing in this company. But again, they've already invested at a key level to where they can make money at any point of sell. They're already up 100%, so we want to make sure that people aren't just locking in profits and this sells all the way back down to zero, well, to where it is, $1.50, or even lower, back to that 50 cents range, okay? Very risky indeed, but I'm loving it. I can't wait to see if there's any key breakouts at like 350, and if this sells off back, say, let's go 260, 265. We're going to create an alert, and we could always drag these a little closer. So that's my plan. If you want another to talk about Tesla as my main focus, okay, cool. There we go. So that'll be 5 for this week. I'm also considering, of course, the Qs. SQQQ would be a nice little reversal if it bounces off of this support and goes up. That's about a 5% play. So yeah, excited about these: SoFi, GEVO, Sound, PTON, XPEV, SQQQ. Now there's hundreds and hundreds of stocks that we can talk about that are in the market, but I try to keep a list of around 20 that I watch every single week, and every once in a while we'll add one or take one away. So another request from a LTE member, Tesla, and that is on our recently viewed list here. Okay, Very nice. I have a lot of lines, don't I? So let's do this. Let's clean up some of these lines. Sorry for all that. I'm going to clean these up a little bit. What are the green lines? They're support levels. And anytime they're above their key support, not always key, but could be. And when it's below, their resistance levels, right? So at one point, this was a nice, strong support for a breakout, as well as it being a nice resistance previously in December, okay? This would not be even considered a support, as there was it was not confirmed. So it actually, you could either bring this down to here, right, showcasing support, and you could see their support there. This is a great call out. A great call out. You know, buying at 370, 378. I mean, you'd already be up a significant amount, over 10% or $36 per share, just in that small move on Friday. Now, if this can continue to remain bullish, it's above that 200-day moving average. It's slightly, it's going to be testing the EMA level, right? The 45-day exponential moving average, or the blue line. But if it can get above right here tomorrow, 414, 415, next resistance will be at 438. Another resistance, 473 to 488 for all-time highs. So if you can get back to all-time highs, that's a 17% profit from where it is right now. And from where other people invested when they got in at this support, that's a 28% profit, guys. So that's why it pays to pay close attention to companies in your watch list. It's in my stock 2024 watch list. I need to rename it to 2025 now. But nonetheless, this can continue to be very bullish, as, you know, Tesla, it's a solid company. Yeah, so what if it missed a little bit of its, you know, estimated production? It's, you know, it's Elon Musk. It doesn't matter. He's got so much money backed in so many different companies, and everyone's using Tesla. So yeah, great Sunday stock talk for us here. We are running, what are we at right now? I can't tell. Where's my thing at? 26 minutes. All right, guys. I'm going to leave you with this. If you guys want to watch me trade live as early as tomorrow morning, then definitely subscribe to the channel. Hit that notification bell so you know when I do go live. You could also just join our Discord, first link in the description below, and that'll give you access to all my previous live day trading sessions, where you could watch me make money, lose money. But specifically, joining those live trading sessions, you could ask questions and get inside my head as to why I'm taking these trades specifically, how I average up, average out, position size, risk management, all of it is included. And that's one of the great ways I learned how to invest, was through watching others. So if that interests you, it's 100% free, and you can watch me trade it as soon as tomorrow morning at market open. All right, guys, so I appreciate your time. Like always, let's remember to end the year on a green note, and go watch some of my series of helpful videos. Until then, thanks, and enjoy the rest of your Sunday, and we'll see you all back here in the morning.